Hi everyone, I'm Jackie Garcia, a solution engineer here at Perforce Software. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can request a review in Swarm so that you can start collaborating with your team. Now, to create a review, you can use P4, the command line, or you can use one of our clients to create a shelved or committed change list to request a review. Swarm allows you to create two types of reviews. One which is the pre-commit code review, and the other is the post-commit code review. It just depends on your work. In Swarm, to view a shelved or submitted change list, use a quick URL. For example, if your change is 12.5.11, all you need to do is basically visit or add that change list number to the URL of your Helix Swarm server. When you do that, you'll be able to just drop into that shelved or that committed change list. For example, I've got 12.5.11 up here in the URL. Now I'm looking at this change list, which is a shelved change list, and I can go ahead and request a review on this particular change list. Again, this would be a pre-commit code review because these files are shelved. They have not yet been committed into the Helix core server. Another way you can go ahead and request a review in Swarm is by going into one of your clients, for example, in P4V. In P4V, I'm just going to bring up that P4V client, and in P4V, I'm already working on a particular change, and I've already got my changes in there, but I want to request a review for that. So in here, it's really simple. All I have to do for P4V is go to my default change list or the numbered change list, if that would be the case, and in here, I context click, right context click, and I say request a review in Swarm. That will go ahead and bring up this review panel, which I can basically say, this is the file that I want reviewed. I do need to enter a brief description for my review. Made a few changes, the code, and in here I can request a user, whoever I want to do my review. For example, I can say, maybe I want to do two more people that are in that review, and I want to select John, and I want to make one of these as my required reviewer. I don't have to, but Swarm will automatically, when I'm using P4V, will automatically go ahead and put those reviewers as optional. And in here, I can then, once I have this filled out, I can then go ahead and request the review. Based on what this is saying, it's going to go ahead and open that review for me in Swarm. And then it'll go ahead and drop me into Swarm, and I'll be able to see my review that I just requested. The last method I wish to share with you for a pre-commit code review is through the P4 command line. Now, what you need to do there to request a review is basically go to the command line, and in there you're going to be in the workspace that you need to be with regards to the project that you're working on. And for example, here I'm just going to do a P4 edit on the README file. I'm going to check that one out, make a couple of changes to that behind the scenes, and then what I want to do is I want to do a P4 shelve of the README file because I want to put this in for review. That's going to bring up my dialog box. In here for my description, I need to use the keyword, the pound keyword review. And then in here, I just need to add made some changes or whatever it is that I made changes to for this particular file, made some changes. And then what I can also do is do an at mention if I wanted to include one of the teammates that I have to put them in alert of this particular review. So those are the options for doing a pre-commit code review. And then once I'm done with that, I can go ahead and close this dialog and save it, close it out. And then when I come back into Swarm, for example, I can take a look in here, reload my projects, take a look at the reviews, and there's my new review that I just requested. That review ID has just been updated in my change list, and it is here with the review, the readme.1. All right, so that's one of the other ways that you can actually commit a code review or review for your assets, your code in Helix Swarm. So these are pre-commit code reviews. One of the other methods that I also want to show you is a post-commit code review. I briefly mentioned that one. So for a post-commit code review, what I need to do is I just need to go to the commits, take a look at the commits that are in here. And for example, let's say that I wanted to go ahead and look at this particular change that was submitted by Joe Coder, 12507. This one is a change that happened. There's no review on there. So if I wanted to create a review for this one, all I had to do here is request the review. And this is going to open it up, and it will now, if I go back to my main page, requesting a review, can load up my reviews one more time to see all of them. And here it is, the one that I just requested, which is a review on a change that has already been committed to the server. So this is a post-commit code review. And that is it for how do you create a review in Swarm, either by using P4V, using the command line, and also doing post-commit code reviews or reviews on your assets.